Hello, this is Mike Lively from Northern Kentucky University, and today we're going to show you how to put a Google map in 3D on the web. Now, if you're just tuning in from YouTube, we are on the Professional Paper Vision book blog, and that can be found at www.professionalpapervision.wordpress.com. So to this point, I've showed a number of Google Maps examples, but they've all been Air applications, and the reason for that is that PaperVision has a restriction. Uses the bitmap draw technique, and as a result, it cannot get on the web because it's a sandbox security error as far as Flash is concerned. But with CS4, you don't have that issue. You're native 3D. You're not worrying about translating from one media to another, and it just automatically goes onto the web. Google Maps right onto the web, and here's an example of that. So here we are in the application, and of course the screen recorder is not quite big enough to capture it all, but you can see that the plane is spinning. And we actually thrown some components in here, and here they are with a stop component and a speed and direction component. So if I stop that, it'll stop. Or I can actually scroll this a little bit forward, and it'll go a little faster. So here we are in the application. I want to show you a few things about it. These are very active as you move the buttons here. You can come along here and click and make it zoom out. There we go. It just takes a little time. I'm on a slow internet connection right now. Also, I want to show something real quick here. I have these flex components here. I have a start and stop button, so I can start or stop my application. I can slide here and speed it up, go the other direction, or slow it down. There we go. Speed it up, slow it down, other direction. And this is something very important about the CS4 application here, is that in CS4 and Flash 10, you have native components. You have your native Gumbo components out here on the stage. And you can also, in a sense, make them 3D as well, spin them and rotate them and throw them on objects. And that was something that was very difficult to do in PaperVision, but it's very easy to do in CS4 Flash 10. So there's a lot going on here. Let's flip around here and show you something else. I'm going to go ahead and start this up again and flip around one more time, 180 degrees. Let's come over here and look at some of these map components. You see when you roll over, it's right on. Unlike PaperVision, it kind of alters these. When you roll these buttons, they're not quite on. It's on here. Wherever the button is there, and your cursor goes, there it is. And let's click on the satellite view, and it pops up over to the satellite view. It's take a little time, once again, on a slow internet connection. And there we are. And we can move that around. There we go. It's coming in. And we can also zoom everything. Come over here to the zoom buttons. So all those controls, all that Google stuff is working fantastically. So it's very exciting to be working with this. We have a lot of plans for this in the future. Let's go back to the blog and talk a little bit about how this was made. Okay, we're back on the books blog. I want to talk a little bit about how this was made and some of the resources that we have available for you. Of course, there's a demo link and there's a source link, so you can go right to Google Code and click on this and download this source and play around with it. Go down here a little lower, talk about how it was made. You know, it's really easy to do this in CS4. Basically, just take the map and throw it on a movie clip. Now, the reason I throw it on a movie clip is so I can actually pivot it and manipulate it. So I didn't have to put it on a movie clip, but I do that so I can pivot and center it. So you've got to have the pivot correct or it'll look weird. It'll pivot at the top edge as opposed to the center. And here's the code. It's just pretty much this is all there is to it. Well, first of all, I throw that map into a movie clip, and then I center it, as I said before. And then I basically add those map controls, and you get all of that off the Google site. The docs site has tons of examples on how to build applications like this. And then I throw that scene into the center of the stage. And that's all there is to it. You can click down here and see the rest of the code if you'd like. And there's the main wrapper code and the full code for you right there. Or, once again, just go to the link here and download it, throw it in Flex, and play around with it. If you're not sure how to use Flex Gumbo, just go to a previous post. I talk about how to get Flex Gumbo going. Definitely is CS4 is the way to go. So I encourage everyone to start getting into Flex 4, into CS4, and Flash 4, and start playing around with those items. They are fantastic, and they really, in a sense, eliminate tons of code, tons of difficulties that we've had in the past with some of these applications. And we'll be showing you, actually, a little later, an app that's built in both PaperVision and CS4 running concurrently. Thanks a lot. This is Mike Lively from Northern Kentucky University. Hey, let's take a look at that application one more time. Oh, this is just so cool. I'm going to speed it up a little bit. And it's just so easy with the Flash 10 player.